Awesome. I'm here with my boy, Jerry Wang. Say hello to the people, man. Take me back to, I guess, your situation before all of copywriting.
That time I was dead broke. 18 years old, 17 years old, nothing in my bank account.
Tell me a little bit about that. Why were you not taking action?
I felt very, very scared. I thought I was going to do the wrong thing. Little did I know, I was supposed to do the wrong thing. I had to fail.
What's some of the highest revenue months you've been bringing in so far?
Over 10 USD.
How has your life changed since you've been able to make money with copywriting? Like,
I can definitely say this for certain. I'm not in college anymore.
if all of your clients were gone tomorrow, for example, where would you start? What would you do?
I will say this.
So my question is, what would be your advice to them to not only just like keep going, but still believe in themselves?
It's very repetitive for me to say it. Tyson has been saying it on his YouTube videos every single time, and God has been saying it into your ear every single time.
Awesome. I'm here with my boy, Jerry Wang. Say hello to the people, man. And why don't you let them know, I guess,
Yo.
what's some of the highest revenue months you've been bringing in so far?
Over 10 USD.
Over 10 USD. It's been a while, man. And like I was telling you actually previously, the last time we talked was all the way in Vegas. And the first time we talked was, I think that was back in December, actually. So around 6 months ago. So why don't you take us through, I guess, an overall journey from, when we met. I think you were making like $1,200 base client all the way till now. Just some of the things that you've learned and overall some of the results that you've gotten.
Man, from around 1,200 to 2K, and it shot up to 8 to 10. I don't know what to say. All I have to say is that I made the right decisions. I put in the work. I was consistent. I never backed down. And I kid you not, that Vegas trip really, really changed my life.
Yeah, how so?
Actually meeting everyone in person, especially you, especially I know you mentioned it with Jay. I saw a quick portion of the video that you posted just today, I think.
Yeah.
You mentioned something that really kicked me in the ass, and I still look back at it today, is that I used to watch you for ages. I used to watch your YouTube, binge watch fucking Netflix, the entire thing. And I'd watch and watch and watch it and do nothing about it. And that's what I did for a year and a half. And the first time I ever started actually trying, within just 2 weeks, I landed my first client. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
And meeting you guys in Vegas really, really changed my life forever.
Damn, man. That is awesome. And I know which moment you're talking about too, because I just saw it in the interview. And it was funny because you were like, when we were first meeting, you were like, yeah, man, I've been watching the videos for like 10 months. And then only for like the last 4 months, I've been doing anything, any outreach, any action. So, tell me a little bit about that. Why were you not taking action? Why did it feel like, oh, I still need to learn a little bit more? I shouldn't really outreach yet. What was that kind of, I guess, scenario like?
Number one thing for me, and I know every single viewer watching this can relate to me, is that I felt scared. I felt very, very scared. I thought I was going to do the wrong thing. But little did I know, I was supposed to do the wrong thing. I had to fail. I was scared to fail. I didn't want to be embarrassed in front of these business owners and send shitty outreaches. But really, that was the key to success. I had to keep doing that until I couldn't fail. So if you're scared out there, you're scared to send those outreaches, and you don't know what's right, just send it. Just send it.
just fucking send it. And I want to also go into, I guess, how has your life changed since you've been able to make money with copywriting? Like when we first talked, you were like in college, and you're still really young. What are you, like, only 19 now?
I'm still 19.
Yeah, still 19. So what's that like? How's your life been able to change?
I can definitely say this for certain. I'm not in college anymore. Dropped out. Dropped out of that garbage. Oh my God. I was failing. Failing. Most of my classes were C, 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 F, D. Yeah, very, very self-explanatory. I think you can relate to it. Am I right?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
And so now I see you out here traveling and all this.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And take me back to, I guess, your situation before all of copywriting in general. Like, you probably just finished high school. You didn't really know what you wanted to do. How did you even stumble upon copywriting in the first place?
Well, how did I stumble across copywriting? Well, I was looking for a business model that required zero capital upfront. I knew from the very beginning, since like 10th grade, I knew I didn't want to get a job when I was like 20, 21 years old.
Mm.
I knew that just wasn't for me. And especially looking online, and I know you can relate, look at Andrew Tate or look at all these guys online, like, how are 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds making any, how?
Yeah.
Right? So, and at that time I was dead broke, 18 years old, 17 years old, nothing in my bank account. I want to do something. And when I look at these other business models that take some sort of money, which I did try, job shipping. It obviously didn't fucking work. Yeah. Now, yeah. So main thing that really caught my eye this required no investment,
Mm.
at least technically, because with job shipping you had to do all these, you have to buy inventory, you have to do all.
Mm.
No, it just wasn't for me.
Right.
And the number one thing I loved about copywriting is that you truly determined your results.
Right.
The business is you. With I believe with drop shipping and a lot of other business models, that is not the same scenario. There is some luck involved.
Mm.
With copywriting, there's no luck involved. Almost no. The only luck probably is maybe right place, right time when you outreach. That's
Mm.
about it, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And in that point, like you can just make your own luck because if you don't show up, then you're never going to be in the right place, the right time. But you show up every day
Absolutely.
and then you have the highest chances. And, now I kind of want to pick your brain for the copywriters out there that are just like, they have the same feeling that you just described. How the hell is this kid even out here doing this? So I want to know, like, if all of your clients were gone tomorrow, for example, where would you start? What would you do?
I feel nothing. I'd feel nothing. If all my clients just left tomorrow, if let's say I dumped all of them
Mm.
today, I'd feel nothing because I now have the skills to acquire anyone I desire.
And what are
Anyone.
those? What are those skills? What's your preferred method of choice?
You're putting me on the spot here. Well, I will say this. I'm very good at portraying myself as the dude I really, really want to let others see myself as. That's what I'm good at. Most people who are outreaching today, they try to market their skills, but
Mm.
I market myself.
Mm.
There's a big, big difference. They market, hey, I can do this. I can get you this result. Hey, are you looking for a copywriter? Now, obviously, that I do it a lot different.
Mm.
I would say, you know what? I'm not gonna drop this. I'm not gonna drop it. I'm not gonna drop it for your viewers, bro.
Too much
It's too
sauce.
much gold. It's too much gold.
Hey man, maybe we'll do a private live sometime. You can drop it there. It's just a select
Oh, I'll
few,
drop it there. I'll drop it there.
the
Yeah, we
40
could. Yeah,
CI only.
yeah.
And that leads me to the next thing that I wanted to know as well. It's like, what do you feel like most people misunderstand when it comes to not just copywriting, but just making money online in general?
The number one thing would be that you know th- they depend on other external factors, but really, it's you. It's you. Are you showing up every day? All these guys are looking at this this magic number,
Mm.
$10,000 a month.
Yeah.
They chase the number, but instead they should be chasing the type of person that deserves that kind of number in their bank account.
Mm.
You should quit chasing that 10K a month and start chasing the standards that it takes to actually make that kind of money. So that would include, are you waking up on time? Are you making your inputs every day? And you actually doing it every single day?
Mhm.
There's no jacking off. There's no nothing. Just straight hustle.
Mm.
If you can pull that off, you can't fail. You
Mm.
literally can't fail. And that is something that most people can't do. A lot of these people go through, and I know you're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Maybe a
Right.
lot of people watching this are also guilty of it. They're hopping from business model to business model. Amazon FBA, drop shipping, copyright, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But really, it doesn't matter, copywriting or whatever, anything. If you lock in on one thing, it doesn't matter what it is. You will make it. You will
Mm.
absolutely make it. And that's what people are misunderstanding is that it's not the business model, it's you.
Mm.
People are saying that it's saturated, yada, yada. Fuck off. This isn't right. It's you that's failing.
Mm.
That's the problem that most people face.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And it brings me back to another topic that we were actually chatting about when we first met, when you came on and we were talking about you joining 40CI, is you were talking about like, since you had so much stuff to do with school and with like clients and you had another client coming on, it was like you were really getting into your time management. And we talked about the those smart lights in your room that like, the alarm hits and then the lights flash on and everything. But it really is true. And it's like people try to look for, like you're saying, like the perfect business model, but The saying is that I really like is a lot of people make the mistake of trying to work on their business instead of working on themselves, but their business will never outgrow them.
Very true.
Yeah. Yeah. So how has your like
Absolutely.
self-improvement journey improved, I guess, as you've joined or just started working on your copywriting?
Well, if that hasn't improved at all, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Mm,
Number one, the first thing I improved before I ever got to this kind of money in my bank account was number one, myself.
mm,
Number one. None of the results ever came until I perfected what I was doing every day. I had to operate like a 10K per month copywriter.
mm,
That's before you can ever look at that in your bank account, ever. You need to operate like one. 100%. So, number one, when you ask, how's my self-improvement journey coming along? Coming along phenomenally. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, man. That's it right there. It's just, the habits, the consistency of the habits. Gym every day, waking up early every day, work every day. I mean, like you're so covered in work that we had to schedule this for like freaking what, a week or two out, just because you're
Yeah,
probably just taking so much calls, doing so much work and all that.
correct.
That's awesome. I love that,
Yeah.
man. And I'll end it with this one before we wrap things up. Is this, man? There's someone watching this, and you and me have known each other for around, like I said, 6 months right now. There are people who have been copywriting for 6 months, 8 months, a whole year, and haven't even gotten very much results at all so far. So my question is, what would be your advice to them to not only just like keep going, but still believe in themselves?
Well, number one, you're competing against teams. You are competing against people like the people in 40CL, obviously I can say that, but there are many, many people out there that are in a tribe. Now, obviously, a lone wolf is not going to beat a whole pack. So, number one would be if you can get the finances, if you can get that initial investment in, is 100% worth it for you to invest in something like a mentorship or a team or a band of brothers that will guide you toward toward that next step. Because I guarantee you, you're never going to make it to the top alone. It's not happening. It's not happening. That is a must. You have to operate on a team level. And number two, this is probably for majority of you. You're not taking any action. Of course, obviously, it's very repetitive for me to say it. Tyson has been saying it on his YouTube videos every single time, and God has been saying it into your ear every single time. But you have to start taking action. You have to. Otherwise, the needle won't move. You could watch as much as you'd like, but if you don't do anything, unfortunately, you're going to stay where you're at.
Mm.
Unfortunately. So, number one would be to start setting a course of actions for every day. You write it down. As I said this before when we were in Vegas, I said this exact same thing. You write it down. You write it down on a sheet of paper or notes. Today, I will do this, this, and this, and you actually go and do it.
Mm.
That, as a man or woman, whoever you are, will make you feel very, very good. It'll make you feel fulfilled. And you
Yeah.
keep doing that, and you will be rewarded. In due time, you will be rewarded. I guarantee you. Tyson guarantees you. God guarantees you. We guarantee you.
100%, man. And it's funny that you say it a lot because, brother, I feel like a broken record saying it. And there's still people watching this video right now who are gonna watch this and be like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
man, that was good." And they're gonna go and they're gonna play
Yeah.
like freaking Fortnite and not take a freaking second of action. So it's kind of funny. But no, that was good. And I also like what you were saying about, just teams. Having other people to just be there in general. And I think Vegas was a good example of that because I mean, just being able to grind with everybody else there. And I'm sure that you've been able to, kind of feel this as well in a certain way where just throughout life, it's hard to find other people who have the same mindset, right? Who are always grinding, always working. And especially I just find Canada in general, it's not as capitalist as some of the other countries, like, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
going to like somewhere like Vegas or somewhere like, whatever it is, Miami. But being able to be around those people and surround yourself with like-minded people who don't make you feel weird for like grinding all day is overall just a life hack. It is a true life hack.
100%. That's your network right there.
Yeah,
Your
network.
network is your net worth.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Awesome, man. I love it. Well, thanks so much for coming on, spilling some value to the people. And of course, I can't wait to talk to you again, man. Always a pleasure.
Always. Peace, peace.
Peace.